Okay, guys, today we are here to interview one of the best goras available in town right now. He's in Pakistan for the longest of time, 1 year almost, and this interview is going to be on Inspire Zone magazine. Pretty soon, it's going to be a full article in the magazine with the Gora. So I'm going to introduce you with the Gora. We have the Gora gang specialist, Mr. Chris Besman, with us right now, and he is in Pakistan for around 1 year now. How's it being in Pakistan?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Gora gang, yeah. Should I explain that? Do you
Yeah.
know what that means?
Tell us something about the Gora gang, because people wants to know what's this Gora gang? How do
Yeah.
you know about the Gora thing? We call you Gora.
Yeah,
You're
exactly. So when I came to Pakistan, most people call me Gora. So I was like, wait, what is Gora? And then they explained it's like some white-skinned guy, foreigner.
And then you made your
And
gang.
then later on when I started my YouTube channel, I was like, okay, I have to call them, make like a family. So I was like, okay, Gora gang.
Oh, that's great.
And since then, people love it and they hashtag on my posts. So yeah.
What you were telling me something about your name, Christian Besman.
Oh yeah.
So what happened? What's the funny story? Tell something about it.
Very funny story. So basically, I was using Uber.
Yeah.
Okay, I was using a car service in
Yeah.
the park. And like a lot of people are like, oh, what's your name, sir? And I was like, oh, Christian. And like, oh yeah, I'm Muslim. I was like, what? And then,
yeah, people don't get it exactly.
people don't know that Christian is actually named. So since then, I've started to call myself Chris.
So how was your experience here in Pakistan? You have traveled like almost all the Pakistan except one province, I believe.
Yes, I've been everywhere except Balochistan.
All right.
So yeah, it's been very good so far. I mean, obviously it was better before Corona.
Yeah.
But my overall experience was amazing. I mean, the people here are super nice, very friendly, very kind-hearted,
Yeah. Did
Because-
you get some free food to eat here?
Yeah. I make videos living a whole day without any money.
I saw one of your vlog. You traveled from Karachi to Lahore for
Yes,
free.
I hitchhiked from Karachi to Lahore.
Seriously?
All serious, yeah. I didn't spend any money. So people are very welcoming to foreigners here, which is very good. And people are very welcoming to offer free stuff, like invite you for chai.
So what's the best dish you had here in Pakistan, and where?
Probably barbecue.
Barbecue.
Malai roti,
Malai roti.
chicken tikka, stuff like that is very good,
Okay, and what's the memorable place you visited in Pakistan that you, this place is where I wanted to be and what I thought that Pakistan would be like? What's the one of your favorite?
To be honest, I would like, you want to hear how I thought Pakistan would be?
Yeah.
Like if you see like the news from like Syria,
Oh yeah.
there's like shattered streets and mud houses. So I thought Pakistan would be like this. I would never imagine like streets like in Islamabad or shopping malls. Never.
Yeah.
Never. Because you don't hear about this in the media,
Yeah, they only tell the bad part.
They only show the bad parts and they have no benefit in showing that. So it's completely off media, So I was very surprised. First I went to Hunza and I saw the beautiful mountains, and then how nice the people are. And then I went to Islamabad and I saw, wow, it's very organized, it's quite clean,
How did you find Gilgit-Baltistan, Skardu and Gilgit?
Very beautiful.
You went to Skardu, right?
Yes, I went to Skardu, Sabat, Gilgit, Hunza, Karimabad.
That's great. And tell me about the Gora gang. What was the concept behind it? You already told me about people used to call you Gora, but what's Gora gang? Because people want to know how did you develop that gang and what's it all about?
It's just like my YouTube community. In general, my social media community. Whoever is like following me wants to be, it's like you make a part of the family, so you're like one community and you share the same interests. So Gora gang is like a symbol for people like a more modern, open mindset mentality. So yeah. that's the Gora
And
gang.
even we have seen you talking in Urdu a lot. So tell something about Urdu language. How did you take it? Did you learn? How much Urdu you know?
To be honest, I never learned. I just picked up whatever I hear a
Urdu
lot.
आती है थोड़ी? उर्दू आती है?
नहीं, बहुत नहीं.
बहुत नहीं.
I don't know.
Something for the audience. Something for your
भाई
fans.
साहब, ये कितने का है?
Oh, ये पानी है.
ये कितने का है?
ये कितने का है? How much is it, right? Oh, yes.
I know. I'm asking you.
ये 10 रुपए का है.
भाई साहब, आपका दिमाग खराब है.
दिमाग
काम करो. That's all I know.
So, okay, I'll tell you one thing. You can say that in Urdu. अबे साले.
You cannot put that in.
Yeah, we can read about that.
I can count till 10.
Okay. Do it.
1, 2, 3. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, Chaat, Panch, Che, Aak, Saat, No, Das.
Okay, that's great. You almost did it right.
But I never learned it, you know, it's just because I have friends, they know very good Urdu, they know very good Hindi, and they speak it and nobody understands them.
No, that's not.
So I don't want to waste my time. Because it's very accent related, you know? So even him saying something like very similar, they don't understand anything.
Understand.
You
So
know,
there must be people.
It's like stone.
Mhm.
People don't understand it's stone.
Yeah, there must be
Stone.
people speaking in Urdu in front of you, so you
Yes.
can
So after my India experience, I was like, okay, if I try to learn more and it's gonna end up like this, I'm gonna be very frustrated, you know? But the good thing is about Pakistan, people speak very good English. So I don't even have to learn the language, which is pretty good, you know, because in Southeast Asia, people don't know anything. Like the English is very bad except Philippines.
The Inspire Zone magazine, you know, the fans, your fans want to know about how many countries have you traveled so far, and you know, what's your best place in the world on the map?
I've been to almost 40 countries now.
40 countries.
40 countries. Mostly in the last 8 years.
Mostly from Europe or Asia side.
Mostly in Europe, mostly in Southeast Asia.
Okay.
And yeah, I lived in Australia for 3 years, I've been to America, but mostly Southeast Asia. I've been traveling there for a long time.
You're originally from Germany, right? Oh, I have a friend, you know, I had a friend in London who is a German. So you people are really like, you have a tunnel vision. So what's your aim in life? Why did you choose this travel blogging? What do you want to be in like 10 years? Where we are going to see Chris?
Actually, I was never meant to travel blog. So I left Germany when I was 21. I finished my studies. And then I wanted to go to Australia to like do working holiday, you know, like find myself because I was not happy to work in Germany. You know, it was very boring for me. Everyone has the same life, like you go study and then you have a job and you have a family. I don't want to be like everyone.
You want to be different.
I want to be different. I want to live my life. I don't want to do whatever my parents told me to do. I want to do exactly what I want to do. Because in that age, you know, when you're 21, like I had my plans. So I was like, okay, I'm going to travel and I'm going to see maybe if other countries can offer me something I cannot find in Germany. And since Australia, I mean, I've been still on the road. I've lived in many different countries, did a lot of different things until pretty much last year, no, 2 years ago, I lived in Thailand, in Bangkok for a while, and I started to take Instagram series. You know, I was like posting stories, taking pictures, connecting with other influencers, creators, and it was so much fun because it was my element. And then when Instagram rolled out their stories, that was before actually, when Instagram rolled out their stories, I started to get more into video. And once video picked up, I was like, okay, now I've saved enough money. I'm gonna travel now, and I'm gonna just make YouTube videos.
Alright.
And yeah, that's when I started in Pakistan.
That's
I started my channel last November.
last November from Pakistan.
Yeah,
right?
in Pakistan.
Oh, that's great. So last November, almost more than a year here in Pakistan.
Yeah.
So you told me about this hospitality of the people here. What are things that you think tourism needs to improve in Pakistan, something like that? What's your feedback, your honest opinion about tourism in Pakistan?
People always say Pakistan, the land of hospitality.
Yeah.
You know, Pakistanis are very kind-hearted people. Like for example, if I compare to Thailand, everyone wants to rip me off. They just want your money.
Yeah.
Pakistanis are giving me everything for free. So it's like the opposite. They're very nice people. But you know, India and Pakistan have history. And when I was in India, for example, people rip you off. And it might have something to do with tourism. So, you know, maybe if Pakistan has more tourists, people could do the same or not. But anyway, people are very nice here. But what I feel is missing and what I feel has to be improved is the actual hospitality of hotels, restaurants, you know. Services, you know, you go to a supermarket, people don't know what they're doing, you know, like people don't know the products.
Because the foreigners, they are expecting something else because they are coming from a
Exactly. Like we want everything perfect.
Yeah.
Like you cannot serve me the wrong food. You know, you cannot, like in Germany, 20 minutes waiting for food that's back. Otherwise, you don't have to pay. It's literally a rule. So, you know, like you have to have people with the experience. If you want to focus on tourism, you have to have people in charge who knows this tourism, who knows the people. Because what happened is like we went on my first trip when I came, I was with a tour company. Not gonna mention the name, but these two guys, they were like never left Pakistan, and they were saying like, this is the best hotel in Hunza, blah blah blah. And then me and some other guys from Oman, and you know they have like higher standards. We found so much hair and all that, and our bathroom was dirty. There was no toilet paper, and we were like, what is this? It might be efficient for you, but not on the truest level.
For the foreigners.
For the foreigners. So that has to be improved.
How about the road structure, the infrastructure of the roads?
Obviously, the roads in the north have to be improved. You know, like Islamabad, very perfect. I mean, not a perfect city, but for Pakistani standards, very, very amazing. It's clean, it's organized, they have good roads, they have a good system, and people are very educated over there. Every time I go there, I have a lot of fans.
So Chris, we were talking about the improvement in the tourism industry in Pakistan, for the betterment obviously. Although the government has come up with a great visa regime, a new visa regime, did you face any problems getting visa for Pakistan?
I mean, first of all, let's do it straight. Thailand, Bali, you know, those like Indonesia, those are one of the most visited countries for tourists. Who comes to Pakistan? You know, so the Thailand visa is free. Indonesia visa is free. But how come the Pakistan visa costs $50?
$50.
$50.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want more people to come, in my opinion, it should be free. I'm sorry, you know? Because compared to these countries, you don't have that much to offer. So it has to be free, you know? So, like, and that's just to start, because I think that filters a lot of people, a lot of my friends I know, they're like, okay, should I go to this country or should I go to this country? And they just see the visa price and they're going to be like, oh, they made the decision already. So that is separating a lot of tourists from even coming here, you know?
And lots of tourists, they want to come to Pakistan.
Yeah,
they want the barrier. You know?
It's one of the barriers, yeah. And the other barrier is the procedure. Like I've heard good things about the e-visa. So before I came here, I was like calling my embassy, and they said, don't do the e-visa. They said, don't do it because it takes a very long time, and it's not sure that you get it. But then on the other hand, I didn't have enough time because what they said is like, go to Berlin, get your passport, it'll take a few weeks. And I was like, I don't have a few weeks. I heard the visa is instantly, or like 2-3 days. So I did the visa thing. The website is quite easy to use. That is good. Then once I click submit, I got an email on the next day I got an email. That's for my first visa. And it says, your visa has been approved. Once you reach the airport, make sure to go to the immigration office. And that's it. I was like, cool, that's easy. Good job. So when I went there at 4 a.m., when I landed in Islamabad, I was showing my passport and the guy didn't reply. And I was like, what happened? And he's like, and another guy came. And another guy came. And then finally someone told me that your visa is still pending. I said, what? I have it here. They don't even look at your screenshot. They can't even read that. So nobody knew what was going on. So then the officer had to come and had to print and just approve it manually on the screen. So I was like, how come can it be so hard? You know, it's been like literally a month now. And I got the confirmation email, but it never said that it's pending. So I think that should be a bit changed. It was very confusing. I had it on all 3 online applications. There was always something wrong.
So
3 times.
3 times you had problems.
3 out of 3, visa always problems. One time I got almost denied entrance because, should I share that too?
Yeah, please.
So I had a one single entry visa for 3 months. Then it was about to expire in almost 2 weeks, but I had to go to Dubai. So I went to Islamabad, I went to the immigration place, and I wanted to speak to the guy who can get me a visa. And he was looking at my passport, he's like, oh sir, you still have 2 weeks left. We can give you a new one once it expired. I was like, no, I have a single entry. If I leave now, I can't get in. He's like, yeah, you can. I was like, no. So he connected me to a manager, I don't know who the guy was, you know, and he approved it too. I was like, how can I re-entry with a single entry? He said, yeah, because it's in the 2 weeks. You're only going for 4 days. So he had no idea what he was talking about. After Dubai, I came back to Lahore and they didn't let me in. So I had to contact so many people. I was literally almost in tears because I would never be that stressed out. It was like, well, where do I go now? You know? And then I did a visa on the spot and worked after like waiting there for 3 hours. So it's horrible, you know? It should not be that hard.
Yeah, the authorities must be listening to you, and you know,
I hope so.
You have actually lighted on something which is very important for people to come to Pakistan and visit. It's such a beautiful place, the mountains.
Exactly.
You know, in fact, there are like 5 sorts of tourism in Pakistan. We have got historical places, we have got religious places for the world to visit,
Yeah.
and then the northern areas, which is 5 times bigger than Switzerland, they say. You have been to northern areas as well,
Yes.
right? So, what was the best, place you visited in Peshawar? Did you have the chassi tikka there? Tikka, chicken tikka?
Yeah, the special one. Yeah.
chassi tikka. Very good. Yeah. How much
So the north, I feel the north, the people are more educated.
more?
I don't know, but I feel like it. They have a different mindset. They're less, like they're more free in their thinking. They don't have like that narrow mindset what some people, like people in the big cities have, for example.
What do you mean by that? By narrow mindset.
They're open for new ways of life.
Mhm.
So, for example, like in Hunza, I had an amazing experience with the people, and their way of thinking is very different. You know, for example, they listen to English music, and they're I don't know, they look like local people, like just village people, but then they have like smart ways of doing things, and they're more efficient in what they're doing. And I love the north because they don't have much tourists.
Mm.
You know, I don't like to go to places and it's packed. You know, everyone's taking pictures, you know. And very clean air. And the only thing is missing is like some activities, you know. Because I mean, sightseeing is great, but you can't do that for a week, right?
Yeah, I understand.
So,
you have to
you
do
know,
something, you know,
ATV ride, horse riding, sunset boat tour, something like that would be cool, you know.
more activities.
More activities, but apart from that, it has good potential. You know, once the road are all built, then it has good potential. But like I said, the standards have to be, you know, it has to be on the standard. If you only attract Pakistan tourists, why not? It's good. But it's not good for a German or an American or an Australian who literally have like 2 weeks holiday. So if they go somewhere, they want something in their class, you know?
They want to
Like
feel
they
like
want hot water, they want a clean room, and they want Wi-Fi,
toilet rules.
and they want toilet paper, and they don't want to squat. You know, these are our basics, and that's at least what they want. So
So you're going to be, going to some other places in the world now.
yes,
So what experience are you taking from Pakistan on the larger picture? What would you tell people to come to Pakistan, and how is it going to be in Pakistan?
I think Pakistan is a very kind-hearted place. They're very welcoming to tourists. That is important because you see the countries where you're so into the masters in like Thailand, you know, they're lost the human soul. Even in India, like not for all Indian people or Indians, but I had also experiences where people are like, "You're my brother, I love you, you're my family," and then when it comes to price, they completely change their face.
They rip you off, right?
They rip you off, and they want more and more. They make you feel so guilty that you have to pay them more. So you realize that you're not their brother and you're not their family. They just want your money, and that is sad. Like in Thailand, at some point you can't even use a taxi anymore because they don't want to use their meter. They don't care. They charge this money until they find a stupid tourist who pays their money. So people here are very honest. I never got ripped off. So that's very, very good, you know. And if people want to experience a good culture, a good kitchen, you know, good cuisine, then they should come here. Everything is raw. Everything is raw, which is good and bad. But I feel like, you know, for adventure tourism and culture tourism, it's perfect. That's a perfect place.
So you've been to Thailand, you've been to India, you've been to other
I've been to
European countries.
many countries in South
Where
Asia.
do you rank Pakistan?
For what?
Like
For
Thailand,
people-wise?
India,
For people-wise, top 3.
top 3.
Top 3 for sure.
And
For living-wise, I mean, not too bad, but obviously if you have like a certain kind of standard, like you want your, you know, your Western food and stuff, it's not bad. Like for example, in Lahore and Karachi, it's very good. It's very nice. Maybe top 5. Tourism-wise, I mean, there's a lot of potential.
there's a lot of potential there.
But tourism-wise, I think there has to be a lot of things done before you should. Like, if you don't have a chef, if you don't have a waiter, if your waiters don't know your menu and you don't even have a menu, how can you open a restaurant? Right? Like, you're charging me $50 to come to your country, and you don't even have clean rooms in the north, except these 20,000 Shangri-La resort. You know, like there are some places, but it's very limited. And then you have to go, like, you know, the flight, I had a very bad experience with the flights in the north. Got cancelled on a sunny day. Like, you know, and then I was almost stuck 4 days. That was recent. So there's no, once the flight are not working, like you have to go by road, which is very bad. You know, it's not a pleasant ride.
So you
And you're wasting 2 days.
it's going to be, it should be a complete package.
Yes.
It's going to be to
So once the roads are good, once the flight are not cancelled, and they build better quality hotels, I think it's going to be great.
Okay, let's get on some lighter note now.
Yes,
You've been to parties here in Pakistan. What sort of parties in Karachi, Lahore? These big cities parties, and then I'll be talking to you about the weddings you attended.
Oh yeah.
First segment of the parties,
Well, there are no real parties like like we have
the discotheque.
like clubs and bars. We don't have that.
But
But
still
there
we
are some
have-
gatherings in people's houses and enjoying everyone. So we have that. I've attended that before.
Tell me about the wedding experience. How was the best Pakistani wedding?
Very crazy.
Crazy.
So when I first came from my Nunda trip, I went to Lahore and I met with Shavir Jeffrey, and we've been working together. We've been living together for like over 6 months, like during the start of the Corona and stuff. And he took me to his friend's wedding, and it was amazing. Like seriously, I was first overwhelmed because I was like, okay, our wedding is like one day you put it on and
It's finished, yeah.
and you're done. Here is like dance practice. I was like doing all my moves. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Do you know the name?
And then Mehendi, Barat,
Mehendi, Barat.
Barat, Walima.
Walima.
And I was like, yo, this is not stopping, but it was very, like, a lot of fun.
Lendi wedding.
People really enjoy it, and I enjoyed it too, dressing up.
Did you enjoy the food as well? The biryani is the specialty in weddings.
Food, wedding food, depends on the wedding. I had a really good one, I had a really bad one. But yeah,
So it was a memorable
very
visit.
very nice. And then, what's the name of the band? They have a lot of band. 12 people playing music and singing.
Orchestra.
Yeah, something like that.
Live singer singing.
Yeah. So that was nice.
So you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, it was really good, very good.
So what's your next destination now? Where from Pakistan?
My next destination is still a secret, but I want people to
Just
check
a
out.
hint for your fans watching you right now.
It's gonna be outside Asia.
Outside Asia. Finally, Chris is going to be outside Asia.
For a while, I don't know how long. I'll definitely come back here. But for now, I have some other projects going on. I'm a travel blogger.
You have built a fan base here in Pakistan. They want to know when are you coming back to Pakistan?
Maybe March, but it depends with the Corona stuff.
The traveling is getting tough.
I mean, everything is like now they're selling the vaccine, and now there's a mutated version in UK.
Now, yeah, I know.
So what a random coincidence.
I understand.
But we'll never know. We'll see. But I will definitely back probably in a few months. Yeah. So
So let's talk about Zoya. So how was your chemistry with Zoya? She was along with you, even Shavir Jafri, the collaboration you did in Pakistan.
yes.
You made some good friends here. Would you
Yeah.
like to name a few of them?
Oh yeah, like when I was living with Shavir, I met a lot of people because he's a very big influencer, and obviously with that it opens a lot of doors to meet new people. And then from there it was like I was invited to so many events, so I met a lot of people. Also, I met Zoya. She's from Lahore, and she's great friends. Like all the people from the house, we lived together. So basically in Lahore we had a house with 6 people, and we were all YouTubers, content creators. So we made videos together. So yeah, it was a great time.
Who's your best vlogger in Pakistan?
Quality wise, it's a hard question. Probably Ryan Bernstein.
Rambert.
Because he has a humor I understand, and I don't understand anything of it. But if I watch his video, I know the humor because it's a more open mentality. So I feel like it's cool. He has a vlog channel. He has skits.
What about Shavir Jafri?
Shavir Jeffrey does good content as well. Could be more. How do I say? A bit more quality wise.
The standard.
Like more, could be more. But yeah, when we were filming in Lahore, we had a great time together. He's a fun person. It was great working together. So
one international vlogger you look up to, like, okay, this is someone big. I saw one of your interviews, you were like really appreciating Drew Bensky, who also came to Pakistan.
Trubinsky is the reason I came to Pakistan.
Yeah, he came to
Because I
Pakistan.
saw his videos.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the videos are the best, but they have his personal view. He's like a good storyteller, very good storyteller. Not like Nas Day. These people inspired me to get into vlogging, and Trubinsky inspired me to visit in Pakistan. Otherwise, I would just straight go to India.
Already.
Just because I saw his videos. But for actual vlogging wise, I like David Dobrik.
Yeah.
A lot of American influences. My friend Lost the Vlog, he makes amazing travel vlogs. So I'm more on that side, you know? Like where people are super open and don't care about what people think.
Okay, from that note, we'll take a view of yours on the Wolf Crew. What's that Wolf Crew?
Wolf Crew, that's the people we live in Lahore together. So
Okay.
basically, Shabir, he used to live in Canada, and all his friends, he called the Wolf Crew. Like, I have the Gora Gang, it's like a community name for like-minded people, you know? You think like me, you're part of the Gora Gang, something like that, you know? So then he did a Wolf Crew in Lahore, in Pakistan, but he shifted here. So they called themselves Wolf Crew, and we operate now.
So you have got like 30, 40 seconds. Would you like to say, what would you like to say to your fans who are watching you right now?
Yeah, I want to say a big thank you for everyone who to support my channel in the past year. Like we grew from 1,000 subscribers to 350,000 just on YouTube, and you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And make sure to follow me on Batsman Vlogs on YouTube and Christian Batsman on Instagram. And yeah, I'm excited to come back.
And you're being interviewed with the Inspire Zone magazine as well.
Inspired Zone Magazine, thank you guys for having me. You guys are great. And thank you for the chat.
It was great meeting you, Chris, and because of Corona,
I know.